There was a Polish Yid who had such a beautiful life. He had a wife, he had kids, he had parnasa, everything was literally picture perfect. The Germans invaded, and very quickly he realized that his life is about to get turned upside down. And coming from such a place of literally prosperity, success, happiness, comfort, this quick change was very, very scary to him. But as a Bal Bitachon, as a chassid, as a pious individual, he did whatever he can to hold on to the perspective, to the bitachon, throughout the entire very short process of losing everything. So what happened was the Germans invaded, and immediately they busted his entire business. And his hashkafa was, okay, like my business is gone, they ruined everything, they stole everything, I have nothing left. But at least I have my beautiful family, I have my wife, I have my possessions, I have my house. And then they came and they usurped, took everything out from his house. But he was consoled by the fact that, okay, at least we had the opportunity, we knew we had the foresight, we knew they were coming, and everyone at least was able to take a suitcase with all the valuable possessions, at least for that. Then the Germans took all of those suitcases, and all he was left with was his mindset, okay, at least we're able to take all the valuables and pack them into one suitcase. And then finally the Germans took that away. And he looked at his family and he said, at least I have a beautiful family. And then, Rachmana litzlan le'aleinu, the unimaginable, they took his family. And he said, I think I'm done. I tried and tried and tried, and I don't even have my family. As they were lining everyone up to take him to Auschwitz, he looked at himself, bereft of everything, of his business, of his house, of his possessions, of his wife, of his little children. And he took a deep look inside and he said, is there anything left? Is there anything left that I can still possibly be thankful, that I can have some, I can unearth some perspective of haidah, of thanks, even in this most eerie, dark, literally facing death situation. And as people were being gassed, going right, left, and he was on that line, he had a half hour of time where he was doing a tremendous, serious, deep introspection. And he realized that at least I have a HaKadosh Baruch Hu, at least I have God. The war passed, and he was able to rebuild. And he would say, for years later, he moved to Tel Aviv, and he was very successful. He rebuilt, remarried, he built a beautiful mishpacha, built a beautiful, successful business again. And as successful as he was, he would always say, I wish I can go back to that moment, to that situation, to that half hour that I had when I had literally nothing. I didn't have my kids, I didn't have my wife, forget my possessions and my business. And it was the clearest knowledge, it was literally tangible during that 1.5 hour of my life, where I realized that at least I still have a HaKadosh Baruch Hu that's unshakable. No one can take that away from me, death itself. And as long as I'm alive, I'm the richest man. I lost a lot, but I have God, I have everything. Living with Hashem, knowing that Hashem doesn't expect perfection in every situation, but Hashem expects that when we're in situations to try to make it the most perfect as possible, that's a tremendously important, vital avodah. It's very difficult. When we're able to rise to the test, and we're always tested, we're always seeking, we're always looking, life is filled with ups and downs and disappointment and rejection. But sometimes when we just look at what we do have, we can be thankful for our wife, our kids, our parnasa, whatever that we do have, and certainly say that we still have the Eibishter, realize that there's nothing greater, there's nothing more perfect than that itself. And that mere recognition that we're the most taken care of when we have a HaKadosh Baruch Hu.